Hey, good evening, folks, and thanks, Dave. Yeah, I posted a lot of good information. Especially, I was trying to repost it. Maybe Adam or Jonathan can out of TNT. What the Bulls say and what the Bears say for Nvidia. It's pretty good. It was laying it out for everybody to see. I don't know if they can reach into the TNT and post it for everybody to see, but I thought it was a good argument both ways. Uh, it's in there. It says Bulls say and Bears say about NVIDIA. Can
Tom,
y'all?
I'll try to add it to the slides as you get going along here. I'll try to add it to the slides.
Oh, okay. Okay. Do it that way because I think everybody ought to see it because I found it and I said, this is very interesting. It gives you both sides about NVIDIA. And NVIDIA, folks, I'll just tell you up front, uh, NVIDIA is going to be where everybody's looking over the course of the week. And I believe NVIDIA should go higher through Wednesday. And I'm planning on taking advantage of that. And I hope that y'all are able to do that with me. But let's get started. And thank you for being here. Just to do a voice check, is voice good? I see my YouTube is growing. Thank you very much for that. And type in where you're signing in from. I always like to see the different places that people come in from. Mike from Minnesota, Louisville, Florida, Charlotte, Olympics, Michigan. Boy, we're all over. Vegas, Melbourne. Got a little Australia here tonight. New Mexico, got a new animal. Wow, Chattanooga. That's a neat city. Cleveland, Florida. Steve, where's Spring Hill, Florida at? Was it near? Jamaica's here tonight. Pennsylvania, Tampa, Arizona. Wow, all over. Well, thanks for being here. Let me get going and we'll try to get through it. Former Air Force officer, which allows me really, I think strategically, longer term, and I also think tactically. The tactical part of the way I look at the market starts on Sunday night, ends on Friday. How can we make money this week? It's the question I always ask myself when I get started. And this weekend, I spent a great deal of time going through different topics in my T-Buzz TNT. And I did that because it's things that I read, and one of them, and Jonathan's going to make one of them a slide that's really was a pretty good layout for what the focus has got to be on. And if you were watching in NVIDIA Friday night, in the after hours, it marked it up about 40 cents before they closed at 8 o'clock at night. And actually traded it a little bit then, closed at 129.47 if you compare it to the way it closed during the cash market. But I've been doing this a while and I feel like I know my way around the block, so to speak. I'm a former member of Chicago Mercantile Exchange, largest futures exchange in the world, author of 3 books, Winning the Day Trading Game, uh, Markets Never Sleep, 24-hour market, and Trade to Win. That attitude I think everybody needs to win as a trader. Now, past performance is not indicative of future results. There's a high degree of risk involved in trading. I tell everybody to do the due diligence, but work at this game, respect the risk, and understand what you're doing. At DGI, we help you master the markets through education, training, and experience. Now, if you subscribe to my new YouTube channel, it's free, but I post things in there about every week about topics that are first and foremost important to you as an investor slash trader, and you'll be invited from time to time at the different live events that occur. Go to www.youtube.com/@TBuzzTNT. Any feedback for those people that are not members of my YouTube channel? Any feedback I can give from you to people that are? I build it around educating yourself and trying to help you along those ways. And there's a lot of great topics in there. Okay. And so because of that, it's really good. People seem to like it and learn, you know. One thing to like something, but another thing to walk away with something that might help you. The training and information is something that you can use in your trading, and it's free. I posted in there because I think that it's a way to share some things I don't normally get to say. Okay. And that's good. Cindy says she doesn't trade without the education. Way to go, Cindy. Now, customer service, if you need help during the week, and remember, you go to Monday through Friday every day. You can go from 10 to 1 and ask questions in a direct response of www.dtitrader.com/help. Okay. And I think it will help you. Now, here's my schedule this week. You'll notice that I've got a big week planned. Let me go through it with you. We have some training tomorrow at 10 o'clock for our old school group. At 12 tomorrow, I've got a 10 for 10 live trading get together. And the idea here is I'm going to target NVIDIA. My goal is to risk something less than about 30 cents and try to make $5. Anybody interested in learning how to do that? You heard me. Risk 30 cents and make $5 off this play on Wednesday. Well, I'm going to do it over the next 3 days. You'll notice every day at 12. At Monday, I plan on showing you how it works. Yeah, I got excited about it too, Thomas, because I said this is a perfect way to introduce my 10 for 10 live trading. Tuesday, we'll go at 10 o'clock where we go inside the 25-cent. Big success we've had there. Find time for a dime, small price options that really pay big. And that'll be training on Tuesday at 10. 10:45, we have our connected dots associated with our T-Buzz All-Stars. And at 12 o'clock on Tuesday, we'll have that training on how to take something less than 30 cents and go for what I call the Mickey Mantle trade, the fences. Okay. Wednesday, we come back with our 10 for 10 final slice of it. On NVIDIA, they have earnings after the close. Wednesday night, we have the 8 o'clock, and that'll be Wednesday night. Thursday, I do another 10 for 10 live trading. This is the actual training for the 10 for 10 live trading class, where I'll cover everything I covered, give you highlights, tips, insights, and we'll trade live. Friday, we have a weekly wrap-up. How many people really like coming to Friday's weekly wrap-up? It's pretty neat, isn't it? At the end of the week, to look at all the things that we do, how we did it, and how it works. Okay? Now, before I get going, write this down. Here's some pivot numbers that I did over the weekend. I'll share with everybody. For the E-mini futures, I would use 5637. That's a pivot number I would use. This is for Monday. The NASDAQ, 197.62. That's NASDAQ futures. Crude oil above 74.24 is bullish. If you check it tonight, it's at 75.25. Crude's going higher there. Bonds, I'm bullish above 124.23. They're at 125.03, and bonds have moved to December. NVIDIA above 128 is bullish. Write that down. That's going to make you some money on NVIDIA. XLE above $90.10 is bullish. That's a derivative from oil, XLE. I gave you crude oil. QQQ, here's QQQ. NASDAQ market, 479.34. I would be bullish there. SPY, 560.84, bullish there, above that number. And the technology index, XLK, 223.33. I just gave everybody here, if they know how to use pivot numbers, probably about to $10,000 in money if you use those pivot numbers I gave you. Did you get a copy of it, all the people? You ought to write it down and watch it this week. You'll see what I'm talking about. Perfect. In my opinion, if you listen and you want to learn, we will teach you what to pay attention to and what to ignore. That's our goal. Cut things down and allow you to be what I would call on the right side of history. Okay? Right. Now, GNC, that's Grill and Chill, said NVIDIA is already at 129. That's right. That's bullish because it's above my pivot number. You understand how to use it now? You've been here enough. You got to know that. If it's above those numbers, it's bullish. We're going to make money this week. I hope everybody here joins me and participates in it. Sisters, 17% on E-mini, $15.99. I expect the NASDAQ to have a catch-up move this week, meaning it's going to start leading this SPY. Write that one down. There's a prediction. When NASDAQ's where the play is this week. Dow's up 8. Europe's up 10. Gold is up 23%. Looks bullish tonight. I gave you gold, didn't I? 2540. I don't know if I gave you gold or not. 2540 is the gold number pivot. Crude up 5%. Bonds up 0.28. News this week. What kind of news do we have? The news I'm going to focus on in the early part of the week is that Wednesday night earnings from NVIDIA. I think the whole market will do this. Now for my 25-cent trader. You see that GDP announcement on Thursday morning? Everybody see that? Thursday morning. We will take advantage of that Wednesday afternoon. Friday, you see the PCE. Another chance to take advantage with a low price option. Thursday and Friday this week. Does everybody circle that on your calendar? It's been a 25-cent program. We will be active, okay? The gold pivot was $25.40. $25.40. Now, I've given you more information in the first 10 minutes of my presentation tonight than you will get from anybody out there that's what I call actionable information that will help you navigate this week. People that have been with me a long time, like Edwin, okay? But guess what? That's some good information I got you. I would encourage you to go back when I finish tonight, take some time, digest what I said. That is the key to this week's trade. What did I ask for in return? All I ask you for is to write it down, listen, and watch it work. It will work. Probabilities. Good tomorrow. A little soft on Tuesday. Huge on Wednesday. Y'all see that? I expect a big markup in the market prior to those NVIDIA earnings. A little disappointment maybe on Thursday and Friday, but that's what I expect Wednesday. Look at that high percentage play on Wednesday. Everybody see that? Here's my 10 tickers. I publish this every Sunday night. Well, what does it mean? It means if you go above these resistance areas, you've got option plays. I would set these into your trade platform for alerts. Typically, anywhere from 3 to 7 of them will trigger this week. Let's go through it. You ready? NVIDIA above 130.55, a screaming buy. Apple above 227.55, screaming buy. Berkshire, I've been on Berkshire now for over a month. The actual price is 453.55. They've got a typo there. Write that down. 453.55 for Berkshire. 453.55. You got Berkshire? Okay. Gold, 233.55. XLE above 92.55. XLK above 225.55. Google breaks below 160.40. It's a short if Google goes below 160.40. Costco above 887.55. QQQ long above 487.55 and below 472 for the week. Those are the two numbers that sort of define the NASDAQ. Okay. Now I've given you 10 tickers. Any questions about these 10 tickers? Ask now. The way you use it is if you break above those numbers, you ought to be long options. If you're in Google, okay? If you're in Google, it breaks below 160.40, you got a short. Pretty good stuff, isn't it? All right, you got the numbers, write them down. Jonathan, remind me on Friday to go through the 10 tickers when I do my weekly wrap up, show which one's paid. Okay?
Will do.
Thank you. No, I gave you okay, let me clear for confusion. I gave you a pivot number of 129.47, I think. No, 128 on pivot. I said the current price on Friday was 129.47. So when I give you a pivot number that's trading at 129.47, it's going to run into resistance at 130.55. You see how to use that, Wendy? Does everybody understand the difference? The first numbers I gave you were pivot. These are where resistance is, or where the market's going to have a little pushback. Right. You take it from the pivot to resistance and higher if it continues. That's how it works. And boy, does it work. Whoa, it works. Now, this is what I was trying to copy and paste. And I'll let you read this, but it's basically two major cases. If it goes up, this is what bulls are saying. If it goes down, this is what the bears are saying. You ought to print this one off and watch it after earnings and see how much these played out. This will be the announcement, what will trigger whether it goes up or down based on the words they use, okay? Everybody understand how to use this? This is the fundamental analysis of NVIDIA going into earnings. So basically, just give you a sample. If it beats expectations by 70 to 100, if it's greater than that, you're going to see a lot higher prices, okay? They're talking about 140% upside if they do that. You ought to read it, okay? Everybody understand that? That's how you use that. Now, I did a live class and I told people they got to have a plan. I have a plan when I trade. Who's traded with me live before? I always have a trading process that works on a ticker that will work. And I pick a ticker that will pay us on the day that you're trading. I think in terms of percentages. I always use the analogy of going to the bank. What I mean by that, quite simply, if you go to the bank and say, hey, I got $1,000, what will you give me at the end of the day? The bank is going to say nothing, or maybe a penny. If you educate yourself, I will teach you how to go to the bank, your bank, and pull in 20, 30%. Pretty cool. Pretty good. Pretty good stuff, huh? Yep. I got that in Seeking Alpha, Tina, that whole article on NVIDIA, if you want to go there and look. You ought to feel good if you follow the discipline, okay, of the method. Always review option trades within 72 hours of entry. What am I saying there? What I'm basically saying is, if I give you a particular play, you ought to review it after 72 hours. Why? Because it's an option, folks. It's not a stock. Understand the difference. You got an expiration date, and I like to be ahead by the time those 72 hours are up. It's a general rule. If we've been in something 72 hours. Now let's look at the last 3 earnings announcements, see how much the stock has moved. In May, the report date was May the 22nd. The day to close, it was 94. It opened up about 10%. And the next 20 days, it was up over 33%. Pretty impressive, isn't it? May and February were huge. Both times, 20 days after, up 33%. What basically said, somebody multiply 30% times 130. Watch the move the next day, and you get some idea about how high this stock could go based on the past performance. Now, November, it didn't do so well, did it? So we got to be looking for what the signs are it's not going to do well. Also, you got to look both ways when you cross the street. Now, let's talk about a strategy I'll be doing as bonus trades for my 10 for 10 live group. It's simple. It's straightforward. I call it bonus because I'm planning on averaging about 30 cents, okay, on 3 trades. So if you average and do 1 contract, let's say, and you pay 30 cents, how much money have you put up? $30, $30 times 3 is $90, right? Everybody with me? Over 3 days. Did you notice I had a schedule to do this? Did you also notice that if you hit it out of the park, your 90 cents will turn into approximately 15,000? Anybody interested in learning how to do this? To put up $90 and be like Mickey Mantle, knock it out of the park? Well, that's what I'm going to teach Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. That's the possibilities. And I'm going to do it each day at 12 o'clock. Now, if you do a 10 contract straight options and did 10 at a time, you're spending $300 at $1 a piece, correct? But I'm carrying these things overnight, so I'm going to take you to the next level. That's what I'm going to teach you. Your total exposure would be $300 if we did it that way. For educational purposes, if NVIDIA pops and finishes above strikes that we have it, you'll be able to turn that 30 cents into $5. Anybody here that doesn't want to learn how to do this ought to just leave now, because this is the most powerful strategy out there for options around an earnings like NVIDIA. I'm pretty excited about myself. Taking $300 and turning it into $5,000. Does that get anybody's interest tonight? It's there if you learn it. That's why I developed my live trading, which I'm very good at. All you got to do is ask people. Been doing it for years. DTI is 10 for 10. Every Thursday, the main program, from now until the election, will go live to trade the markets together 10 weeks in a row. These sessions will consist of training, analyzing the market, and finding the best ticker on the day we meet, which is on a Thursday at 10. We will tape it. We'll go through it. We'll interpret news and technical signals to pick precise entries and exit. And then we'll execute with real live trades every Thursday. This is the general 10 for 10. Our goal is to guide you through the turbulent election season with the wisdom experience that only DTI can offer. And that's the truth, folks. I don't know anybody that's developed as much time and effort over the last 20 plus years studying elections than what we've done. Now, 10 sections of live trade, you charge $199 a session, would be $19.99, 2,000 bucks. But if you cut it in half or whack it 50%, it's $9.99. Who wants a better deal than that? Say you want a better deal than the $9.99. Tonight, $777 for the first 100 for new members. $777. Claim it now. Go to dtitrader.com/10 for 10 or call 904-416-1776 and press 1. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday bonus trades I'm going to show you. And we go live at 2. Okay? Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we'll go live. Now let's build our jackpot trade together. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday as a bonus to the 10 for 10 program. Now, dtitrader.com/10 for 10, call 904-416-1776 and press 1. Yes, we'll post that if you want to get through Tasty Trade, we'll do it. Bill said, watching me was like watching Houdini. I've been delivering live education, live trading for multiple years. In fact, I figured out the other night I'd done approximately 40,000 live trades in front of people. I'm experienced. And about, if I was right on 4 out of 5, it would compute 32,000. Karen says she loves it when I go live. Well, you grow your account. Mary Ann is somebody new, and she's listening and learning, and she's taking my analysis and able to grow her own account. Now, tap into that knowledge I developed over these many decades of trading at our live curriculum. Or you can navigate it by yourself. Spend a lot of money learning this, folks. Learn it at the Mickey Mantle price. On the order form, if you want to go further with me, you can get 10 additional sessions for even a cheaper price. That's the one everybody's gravitating to. Now, how many sessions are there? There's 10 main sessions in the basic program. 10 sessions. When will the sessions happen? Every Thursday at 10. What will be traded? The most exciting ticker on that day. Do you need to know spreads, futures, anything complicated? No, you do not need to know anything complicated. Anything that we do, I will teach you how to do it. We start this coming Thursday, but then with the bonus, we start Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday with the bonus. There it is, folks, the 10 for 10, 777. I call it the Mickey Mantle program for 10 sessions. Who knows who Mickey Mantle was? Played for the New York Yankees. He wore number 7. Be part of it. Call 904-416-1776. Okay. If anyone can do it, Rob says, I'll be able to do it. Here's the sad part. I'm going to teach you how to invest at 30 cents. And if we hit, we've hit it. Rochelle says, I know who Mickey was. I was born there in New York City. Isn't that great? All right, I want to answer some questions you might have. It's pretty laid out. It's well thought out. I have a plan. Be part of it. I have a plan. Be part of it. What do you think? Oh, you got his rookie card, Rob? All right. Milton says, can you provide another example of trading the call option in threes? taking 1/3 off, another third. Yeah. Yeah. Milton, what I do, okay, when I get a full position, I will set targets at 3 different targets with a 3 lot. Okay. One to be at 20%, maybe one at 30, then one to be what I call, it's called the tick trade trend. It's in one of my books, but I'll go for the fence on the third one. No, you do not, Donald. You do not. I used to watch Mickey could go both sides, sort of like the market, up or down. I can go both sides. My plan is on you trading whatever you're comfortable trading. Okay. I'll tell you right now on this bonus trade, I'm gonna have a minimum of 100 contracts personally. Minimum. I'm gonna give you the blueprint. Now think about this. If we're successful this time around on this play, you know you're gonna want to be in that on that 20 session deal where you catch another one of these NVIDIA trades, right? Huh? Is that right? What do you think, folks? I got it laid out. Is it planned? Is everybody happy about the plan? To be part of it, get signed up for 10 for 10. Pay attention. This is that, they say when the opportunity knocks, you got to open the door. This is where you open the door and be part of it. No, I don't want to be confused about it. Rochelle, the 10 for 10 program starts on Thursday. This is a bonus to the 10 for 10 program. I'm focusing on NVIDIA because it just happens I'm introducing this around this big event that's happening, okay? I think it's the hottest ticker. I think we can make some money with it, and we're going to do it. Kerry says he's seen me do this, and he's been there before with me. Thank you, Kerry, for saying that. James just joined. Now, we got to keep up with the number of spots, Adam, because I did say at that price, I wanted to limit that to 100, okay? If people are slow to pull the trigger or whatever, process, read my first book, it's everything I said, and it really opens your eyes to my approach. The bonus trades are going to happen Monday at noon, Tuesday at noon, and Wednesday over 3 days. Over 3 days. Am I being clear about that? The time? Write this down. Monday at 12, Tuesday at 12, Wednesday at 12. Simple, straightforward. Yes, there will be, Tina. Sam says, Tom, you're crystal clear. You've been forthright, straightforward. And if people want to learn how to educate themselves and take advantage of my experience, this is the week to do it. Oh, Robert just went for the upgrade. Way to go, Robert. No, there won't be any stops on this, William. These are options with desired targets. I'm not going to get you stopped out of a great trade. On these trades, Bruce, you talking about the bonus trades? Thursday's when I'm going to get out. The bonus trades, I exit all 3 of them on Thursday. Okay, that's a great question, Mark. Mark says I should repeat the questions. When do I expect to be out of these bonus trades? Thursday. Thursday morning is when I'm gonna get out. Does that help, Mark? William says, do I put stops in? No. The stops are defined by the options I buy. Joe says, if you value your money and minimize your losses, stick with Tom and learn all you can from him. Thanks. Greg says, Tom's experience speaks for itself. And you should let it speak to you. I like that. "72 hours. Thursday morning, we'll be out of these suckers." Wendy, that's a great question. She says, do you take some off the table if the option moves a lot? Well, that'll be a choice if you got multiples, and I'll talk to that each day. Bob says, when would I buy puts? Not on NVIDIA this week. I won't do it on NVIDIA. If the stock goes above 130.55, I will be bullish. Write that down. If NVIDIA goes above 130.55, I will not be bearish on NVIDIA this week. In fact, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. In the morning in the pre-market, I'm going to actually buy the stock. Robin says, is there a Telegram channel dedicated to this? Not specifically, there will not be. Everybody write this down. Above 130.55, I will be bullish on NVIDIA. I'll record each of the bonus sessions where people can read the bonus. You have all day to get the trade on. So if you can't be there at 12, at least you have all day to get it on. It's all based on building your pyramid of 3 option strategies and different strikes Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Everybody understand what I'm saying? We will be building our pyramid to go into those earnings. Here's a question. Tom, since we're meeting live, is it possible we'll also trade other tickers? Yes, that's a great question. Even though I'm focusing on NVIDIA on the bonus trades, if there's a chance to take what the market's doing at 12 when we're together, yes, there's possible we'll trade then too. That's a great question. Ten for 10. 777. That's the only first 100 get that price. Thomas, it's a question of simple math. He says he's unclear about the percentage. Okay, we're going to have 3 exposures to NVIDIA. Now it could be a big player might take 20 on day 1, 20 on day 2, and 20 on day 3. A small player might take 1 on day 1, 1 on day 2, and 1 on day 3. Okay, it depends on you and your line that you're working with. Everybody understand that? There'll be all different sorts of exposure to anybody people taking visual. You have to decide that. I already told you that I will have at least 100 of these suckers by the time Wednesday gets around. I believe in this strategy. I'm going to try to hit it out of the park and round the bases. Adam, I'm gonna have to call it audible. Adam mentioned I might go live Monday night. Would y'all like me to come back tomorrow night after the first day and do some more? If you would, let's do it at 8 o'clock, Adam. I'll come back. Folks, you've heard me say this over the years. No, it's not, Keith. It's not. You get you get an extreme discount. Talk to Kelly Barber. She'll fix you up. How many like to trade live, analysis live, the hottest ticker on that day? Well, every Thursday, I'm going to give you, based on my experience, the hottest ticker. Here's a question somebody asked. Tom, if we buy something on Monday and it triples in price by Tuesday, will you take a profit? That will depend on you. I will tell you that when it triples before the big announcement on Wednesday, I might have to take some of that off the table, especially take my risk capital off. Donald, this program is for 10 weeks. You understand that? Every Thursday for 10 weeks. Does that make sense? The question was, is this program for a year or just 10 days? No, neither one. It's for the next 10 weeks. The 10 for 10 is for the next 10 weeks. Did I explain that okay, Donald? I will continue. That's a great question. Mike says, what about sessions 11 through 20? I will continue for another 10 weeks, Mike, on those people that upgrade to the second 10. Yes, I won't leave you hanging, Robin. Robin says, will you guide us on get entry and exit? Absolutely. I never hang anybody. I will tell you exactly what I'm doing, when I'm doing it, and how I'm doing it.
Order canceled.
I made money on it. Y'all remember that bond pivot I gave you? I made money on it tonight. No, we'll trade every Thursday, not as a day trader, but we will trade. These trades will be designed for multiple days, not for day trading, even though you'll have a choice to day trade if you want to. If it's so good, you know, maybe you want to take it. That's your choice. This is going to be the most exciting program, right up there with the weekend side hustle and the 25-cent trader this year. Yeah, Robin says, so Thursday just won't be for closing trades, but getting a new ones. Yes, Robin. The first official class of the 10 for 10 program would be Thursday. So you say, wait, I'm getting 13 for 10. That's right. If you sign up tonight, you're with me at Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, you're actually getting 13 for 10. I didn't think of it that way. Yeah, you're getting a 30% discount by doing it that way. I didn't even think of that. You're right, Robin. How many people are excited about learning how to take 30 cents and turn it into $5? Dave says, buy the extended version. You got it. Yeah, I think this is the kind of program, if you learn how to do this, you won't just use it on NVIDIA. There's other stocks that qualify. I'll spend one of our training sessions and teach you those. It's a big opportunity for you to learn something. Education is the foremost of what I do, but I love live trading. Roger says, twist his arm twice, count him in, and he's smiling with two hands. Any other questions? 10 for 10. Okay, Deb says everyone should be buying in on this. You're getting in on the election from a guy that knows how to trade the election time. And you ought to be very pleased. Milton says, I will be showing you a repeatable process that you can use for a lifetime. I didn't think of it that way, Milton, but you're right. You will see over the next 3 days something you can use over a lifetime of trading. 30 cents into $5. Y'all remember that day I told you to buy Eastman Kodak? It was going to 50. We paid $8 for it. And the next day it went to 50. Y'all remember that trade years ago when I did that one on Eastman Kodak? Who was here with me then? We paid $8 to $10 for Eastman Kodak. And somebody asked me, well, how high you think it's going? I said, $50. The next morning, it was at 50. I couldn't believe it. I still got a picture of that trade on my computer. It was so good. Yep, you saw it with your own eyes. Called it, did it. Donald, upgrade tonight if you want those prices. Any more questions? Gold pivot was 25.40. Wait a minute, you have to buy the first one to get it, but I think it's an extra $500 for another 10 trades. I think that's the way it works out. All right, William, thanks for coming in. All right, so here's what you got out of the night. You got my 10 tickers. You got my pivot numbers. You got my strategy for the week. You got my schedule. And then you had me add an additional meeting tomorrow night at 8 because I'm just in that kind of mood. So, no one would dare leave with this many people still here, but I've answered every question. Anybody got any last minute questions for me before I head out the door? Just remember this. Learning what I'm going to teach you took me years to learn myself through trial and error. William says, great session. I think it was a great session. All right. Saddle up. It's time to go. I'll be posting things again in the morning. Chicken, fish, or steak, as Don says, pick one and go. Yeah, pocket puts, Robin. All right, Adam, we had great people. Tell Emerson, great job, and I'll see y'all on the flip side. Yes, LC, I'm saying it's time above 1:30:55. I'll be up about 6 in the morning, probably. Anybody else got anything before I get started on my week? Okay. Listen to T-Buzz TV and everything else in the morning. I'm fully engaged. I've got my schedule focused on this market, and I hope you're along with me. 10 for 10. Hopefully it's 13 for 10. See you, Pastor. Bye.